Hello, I'm Carter Threlkeld, and welcome to Introduction to Worship. Let's begin today's lesson.
All right, today we are going to look at the second building block of music called harmony. And a harmony is created when sounds vibrate together. These sounds or harmonies fall into two categories: consonance and dissonance. We generally associate consonance with pleasing or good sounds and dissonance with clashing or bad sounds. Dissonance creates tension and consonance creates stability or pleasing sounds. So those are the two colors of harmony, consonant and dissonant. To create harmony, we layer musical lines on top of each other. One of the easiest ways to do this is by singing what is called a round. A musical round is known also as a canon, but it's a song where two or more voices sing the same melody, but they start at different times, creating a layered effect of overlapping harmonies. Think of it like a musical echo where each voice repeats the same tune while another voice is already singing a different part of that tune. Like this. Etc., etc. So a line gets going and then the next line jumps in. We can make harmony thicker by adding more voices. You can have a 3-part round or a 4-part round, but when you add that third voice, you are now making what is called a chord. So we've already seen that the vibrations of pitches affect our emotions in a universal way. We call these combinations of vibration chords, and we've given them names so we can organize them in our brains. We're only going to discuss 5 basic types of chords, although there are many, many more. And we're going to look at the 5 parts are going to be the major chord, which is a happy sound. And the minor chord, we're going to call this a sad sound. And then there's a diminished chord, which is a little darker than the minor chord, and we call this a leading sound. That gives us a desire for resolution. That's leading us someplace. And followed by an augmented sound created by making 2 major thirds together. And we'll call this a mysterious sound that also has a desire for resolution. And then finally, we're going to look at the suspended sound or the suspended chord. And there are 2 types of them. There's the 1-4-5. Suspended. And there's the 1-2-5. And they want to resolve or to a minor chord. Major, minor, diminished, augmented, and suspended. With these 5 types of chords, we can create any kind of emotion that anyone can feel. So now that we see how harmony is made, let's look at some of the rules of harmony. Number 1, harmony should support or complement the melody. We should avoid dissonance, clashing, unless you're trying to create extra tension. So if we look at the melody of Amazing Grace, we hear right in that opening motif a chord. So that's going to be our harmony for the beginning of Amazing Grace. Now this implies another chord. This would be C6 chord. Now when we hit this note, we're implying the 4 chord. Back to the 1. That's the simplest harmonization we could do to Amazing Grace, and it's true to the melody. Next, I want you to watch these next 4 videos that will explain really well, I think, the major, the minor, the diminished, the augmented, and the suspension chord. The first link, you'll begin, please, at minute 4. And the second one, you begin at minute 7. The third one at minute 5. And the last one begin at minute 6. Okay, I hope you enjoyed those videos. And now we're just going to review what we've talked about today about melodies inferring harmonies. And the harmonies are referred to as chord types. And the different types have different effects on us. The major would be the happy effect, 1, 3, 5. The minor is sad, 1 flat, 3, 5. Diminished, 1 flat, 3 flat, 5. The augmented, 1, 3 plus 5. And the suspensions, 1, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 5. And they resolve to the. We also looked at, in those videos, chord patterns called progressions. And a progression ends with a cadence. And melodies infer harmonies, and harmonies should support melodies. All right. Well, that's melody and harmony. Next week, we're going to look at rhythm.
Well, that's the end of our lesson today. I hope it was a blessing to you.